Good afternoon. The 36th District Court for the State of Michigan is still in session. I am Judge Christina V. Kennedy, and I will preside over the docket for courtroom 433. This is a landlord-tenant docket. While court is in session, there is no driving, no eating, no drinking, no sleeping or lying down, no talking. Please keep your devices muted until I call your name. What else? And we are streaming these proceedings live over YouTube. That means that anybody in the world can join us and watch these proceedings. And so if there's anything that you do not want the rest of the world to see you doing, please make sure you step away from your device or turn your camera off before you do it. Okay, so if you have to change your clothes or use the restroom or something like that, please make sure you completely step away from your device or turn your camera off to prevent any embarrassment. Ladies and gentlemen, I do thank you for your patience. We had an extremely long morning docket, and we have not even had a lunch break. We're just going straight through today. So I thank you for your patience as you waited on us to admit you into this Zoom hearing. Forgive me, I'm still wrapping up some things from the morning docket. Give me 1 second. All right, we have a somewhat, we have a moderate docket today. I'm going to call all of the cases at one time. Please listen out for your name, address, or case number. Please don't say anything though until I have called all of the cases. Again, I'm calling them all at once. I will give you all some information. Please record that information, and then I will ask for the plaintiffs to state their names or plaintiff's attorneys to place their appearances on the record. I'll then ask the defendants to state their names or defense attorneys to place their appearances on the record. At that time, that is when you turn your camera on. If it's not already turned on, unmute yourself and state your name. And if you called in, meaning you actually dialed a telephone number to join us today, you would unmute yourself by dialing *6. Okay, so I'm about to call them all. Everything on the docket, I'm calling it at once. Now calling case number 24350-239, Amo Apartments LLC versus Danielle and Victor Junkash and all other occupants of 66 Adelaide, number 30 in the city of Detroit. Also calling case number 24350-240, Invest DTW Real Estate Corp. MDPM versus William Davis and all other occupants of 20585 Joanne Avenue, Lower in the city of Detroit. Also calling case number 24350-241, Greenfield Manor 1 LLC versus Latasha Cutts and all other occupants of 19320 Greenfield Road, number 727 in the city of Detroit. Also calling case number 24350-242, Invest DTW Real Estate Corp. MDPM versus all occupants of 20585 Joanne Avenue, Upper in the city of Detroit. Calling case number 24350-243, ARK PM on behalf of Colin Brazell versus Tia Thomas, Barbara Loretta, and all other occupants of 17177 Burwood in the city of Detroit. Also calling case number 24350-264, is this Alika Woods versus Donald Reedus and all occupants of 3302 Tyler Street in the city of Detroit. Also calling case number 24350-265, Alika Woods versus Sapphire Anderson and all occupants of 3300 Tyler Street East in the city of Detroit. Also calling case number 24350-273, Ashley Harrison versus Kelly Anderson. This is for property located at 17335 Hamburg in the city of Detroit. Also calling case number 24350-311, Grafter Pringle versus Donna Keys and occupants of 3279 Vicksburg in the city of Detroit. Also calling case number 24350-320, Saleh Almas Mari versus Nikita Kennedy. This is for, property located at 8117 Kurt in the city of Detroit. Also calling case number 24350-321, Soleil Almas Mari versus Juanita Claiborne. This is for property located at 8119 Kurt in the city of Detroit. The remaining matters, what is this? The remaining matters are from the 1:35 p.m. docket. This is case number 24348-841, F Street Investments LLC versus Problem Solved Plumbing 313 LLC, Edgar Jones and all other occupants of 4267 Montgomery Street in the city of Detroit. And finally, calling case number 24348-783, Dorothy Pittman versus Frank Galloway. This is for property located at 14222 Cruz in the city of Detroit. These matters are before the court on complaints for non-payment of rent, as well as complaints to recover possession of property. All of the matters that I called are scheduled for first hearings today, either first hearings or technical first hearings. Pursuant to Michigan Supreme Court Administrative Order 2020-17, all first hearings are to be adjourned. Therefore, these matters will be adjourned to a new date. Ladies and gentlemen, please write this information down. Your next court date or your next court hearing will be held in person on September 10th, 2024 at 8:30 a.m. Again, that will be in person. That means that there will not be a Zoom hearing on that date. The parties are to report to 36th District Court, which is located at 421 Madison in downtown Detroit. I'm in courtroom 433, and so all parties need to report to courtroom 433 again on September 10th, 2024 at 8:30 a.m. If you are logged into this Zoom session today via a smartphone or a tablet, Madam Court Clerk just typed the information into the Zoom chat, and so you should be able to go into that chat and access the information. You can screenshot it if you'd like, or you can write it down. Please just make sure you record the information. The court will mail notices to appear to everyone, but in case those notices get lost, I like to make sure that everyone writes down the information about the next court date. Let's see here. Plaintiffs, you are required to bring with you to the next court date the following documentation: a copy of the deed, a copy of the lease agreement. If rent is at issue, a copy of the most recent rental ledger. If there's a property management agreement in place, you need to bring a copy of that as well. And I need the completed proof of service. Again, plaintiffs, please bring with you to the next court date the deed, the lease agreement, the most up-to-date rental ledger, the completed proof of service, and if there's a property management agreement in place, you need to bring that as well. You need to bring those documents in paper format. I need them in paper format. If you don't bring those documents with you to the next court date, your case can be dismissed. So please make sure you bring those documents to court with you on September 10th, 2024. Defendants, if you have any evidence that supports your defense, you need to reduce it to paper and bring it to court with you on September 10th. Specifically, I'm talking about payment receipts or pictures. Payment receipts or pictures. If you have those, if you have evidence, you need to reduce it to paper and bring it to court with you. I do not feel comfortable scrolling through people's cell phones, and I can't put your evidence in the file, okay? So for plaintiffs and defendants, whatever documents you have, it needs to be in paper format so that I can put it in the file, okay? Plaintiffs and defendants, you both have the right to be represented by an attorney if you so choose. Plaintiffs, you can hire your own attorney if you'd like to. Defendants, you can hire your own attorney, or you can speak with the agency attorneys that are present or will be present shortly. They are here to speak with you, the defendant tenants, to provide you with legal advice for the day, with the potential of them taking on your case to represent you throughout the close of these proceedings, and that would be free of charge to you, defendants. At the end of today's court hearing, I will ask that you be transferred into a breakout room. If you're logged in via a tablet or a cell phone, or smartphone, I should say, you'll receive a prompt come across your screen. Please tap the prompt. It's going to take you into the breakout room. If you called in, meaning you dialed a telephone number to get into this Zoom session today, you don't have to worry about receiving a prompt. You will be transferred automatically. Either way, once you get into the breakout room, you'll be in there by yourself for a little while, I think, and I'll come back to that in a moment. Please have patience. Please don't start raising your hand, coming back out into the main session unprompted, or pressing buttons. That will just slow us down, okay? Once you're done speaking with the agency attorney, you're free to log off. But please make sure you come to court on September 10th at 8:30 a.m. If you do not come to court on September 10th at 8:30, a default judgment will be entered against you. Plaintiffs, if you do not come to court on September 10th at 8:30, your case will be dismissed. So everybody, please make sure you come to court on time on September 10th. All right, so who's here? Okay, all right. I mentioned before that we had a morning docket that ran into the afternoon. We literally just stopped our docket maybe about 10 minutes before I opened up court and started calling cases. So a lot of our agency attorneys were present in this courthouse in person, and they have to make it back to their offices or, you know, wherever it is that they go to Zoom in. I do believe I have one or two agency representatives. Oh, I see. We do have an attorney. Okay. I was just going to ask, she's coming in now. One second. Attorney Boyke, good afternoon. I don't know if she can hear me, but she's logged in.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me, Your Honor?
Yes, I can hear you now. Thank you for joining us so quickly. I know that you all were down here and you didn't get a lunch break, so I appreciate you for joining us. I was just about to ask how we should handle the transferring of people into the breakout rooms, but you're here, so will you still be able to speak to the tenants today?
I suspect so. It'll be just a wait because it'll either be me hopping through person to person, or if I'm not sure exactly when everyone else will get home, and they'll be hopping on as we go.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Still talk to everyone. It'll just be, you know, be patient with us.
All right. Yes. So that is that. And thank you again. Attorney Boyke joined like just in time. So that's what I'm saying. I'm asking that you all have patience. Right now, we only have one agency attorney and one legal assistant. So they will make their way into the breakout room one by one, but just please have patience. And thank you so much for your patience. All right, let's see, for matter ending in, sorry, Attorney Boyke, you need co-host capabilities.
Your Honor.
I've just given you co-host capabilities. All right.
Your Honor, if I just may, I might just start moving people as you go, and then we'll have a law clerk or a legal assistant hop in and get phone numbers. And then if people are willing to wait, then they can get an attorney as well. But just in case we disconnect, we'll grab phone numbers from them.
Okay, so everybody please be mindful that you can either leave your phone number with the legal assistant or you can wait to speak to the attorney today, okay? That's once you get into the breakout room. All right, thank you everybody. For matters ending in 239, 240, 241, 242, and 243, can I have plaintiff's counsel place your appearance on the record?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. James Abbott appearing for the plaintiff P26085.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Attorney Abbott. For matter ending in 239 are Danielle and Victor Junkaj or any occupant of 66 Adelaide, number 30 present. Madam Clerk has indicated that the defendant did not check in. This is a complaint for non-payment of rent. Attorney Abbott, I don't have a proof of service in the file. Was the defendant served or were the defendants served?
Yes. I just got back to my office. Let me check it out here.
Oh, okay. Thank you for joining us.
I got delayed this morning.
It wasn't me, Attorney Abbott.
It was me, actually.
Okay.
Yes, it was posted on July 15th by Myron Bell.
Okay, thank you. Based on your representation as an officer of the court is going to proceed with the first hearing on this complaint for non-payment of rent. This matter will be adjourned to a subsequent hearing to take place on September 10th, 2024 at 8:30 a.m. in person in courtroom 433. As with all of the cases today, if the defendants do log in before we log off, the defendants will have an opportunity to speak to an attorney. The court will mail notice. That concludes matter ending in 239. For matter ending in 240 is William Davis or any occupant of 20585 Joanne Avenue Lower present. No check-in? No. Madam Clerk has indicated that the defendant failed to check in on this case. Attorney Abbott, no proof of services in the file were the defendants served.
It was posted, papers were posted on July 15th by Myron Bell.
Thank you. I'll note the file. Based on your representation as an officer of the court will proceed with this first hearing on the complaint to recover possession of property. The matter will be adjourned to a subsequent hearing to take place on the date and time stated previously on the record. The court will mail notice. That concludes matter ending in 240. For matter ending in 241 is Latasha Cutts or any occupant of 19320 Greenfield, number 727 present. Madam Clerk has indicated that the defendant failed to check in. There is no proof of service in this file. Attorney Abbott, were the defendants served?
Papers were posted at 2:31 p.m. on July 15th by Bailiff Myron Bell.
All right, I am noting the file. Based on your representation as an officer of the court is adjourning this first hearing on this complaint for non-payment of rent to a subsequent hearing to the date and time stated on the record previously. The court will mail notice. That concludes the matter ending in 241. For matter ending in 242, is there any occupant of 20585 Joanne Avenue Upper? Anyone who lives at that address, if you're present, please make your presence known now. Madam Clerk has indicated that the defendant did not appear on this matter. I don't have a proof of service in the file. Attorney Abbott, were these defendants served?
Yes, the occupants were served at 4:16 p.m. on July 15th, 2024 by Bailiff Myron Bell.
All right. I have noted that for the file. The court is going to adjourn this first hearing on this complaint to recover possession of property to a subsequent hearing to take place in person on September 10th at 8:30 a.m. in courtroom 433. The court will mail notice. That concludes the matter in 242. For matter ending in 243 is Tia Thomas, Barbara Loretta, or any occupant of 17177 Burwood present. Madam Clerk has indicated that these defendants failed to check in. There's no proof of service in this file. Attorney Abbott, were these defendants served?
Myron Bell served the Tia Thomas and Barbara Loretta on July 15th at 3:02 p.m.
Okay. The court will adjourn the first hearing of this complaint for non-payment of rent to a subsequent hearing to take place on the date and time previously stated on the record. The court will mail notice. That concludes the matter ending in 243. For matter ending in, I think that's it for you, Attorney Abbott. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend.
And you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
For matter ending in 264 and matter ending in 265, is the plaintiff present? If so, that will be Ms. Woods. If you're present, please turn on your camera, unmute yourself and state your name.
Alaka Woods.
Good afternoon to you, Ms. Woods. What about the defendant? For matter ending in 264, is Donald Reedus or any occupant of 3302 Tyler Street present?
Yes.
Please turn on your camera and state your name.
Donald Reedus.
Good afternoon to you, Mr. Reedus. Okay, Ms. Woods, you're the plaintiff. Mr. Reedus, you are the defendant. This is a complaint to recover possession of property. Ms. Woods, did you get the information about the next court date?
Yes.
Okay, please make sure you bring the information that I stated is necessary to the next court date. Mr. Reedus, did you get the information about the next court date?
Yes.
All right, I'll see you in person. I'll see you both here in person on September 10th at 8:30 a.m. Ms. Woods, you're free to log off. Mr. Wood, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Scratch that, Ms. Woods. You have another case. Sorry about that. Mr. Reedus, please follow the prompts. Can I have someone transfer Mr. Reedus into a breakout room? That concludes the matter ending in 264. All right, matter ending in 265 is Sapphire Anderson or any occupant of 3300 Tyler Street East present.
Yes.
Please state your name for the court reporter.
Sapphire Anderson.
All right, good afternoon to you, Ms. Anderson. You are the defendant on a complaint for non-payment of rent. Ms. Woods, you're the plaintiff in this one. No, this is not a complaint for non-payment of rent. I'm sorry, it's been a long day. This is the complaint to recover possession of property. Ms. Woods is the plaintiff. All right, Ms. Woods, you have the date for the next court date, correct? Written down? The information for the next court date, sorry. What about you, Ms. Anderson? Do you have the information about the next court date?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'll see you both here in person on September 10th at 8:30. Again, Ms. Woods, please bring the information that is necessary. That concludes this matter. Ms. Woods, you're free to log off now. Can I have someone transfer Sapphire Anderson into a breakout room? Ms. Anderson, please follow the prompt. Have a great day. Matter ending in 273 is the plaintiff Ashley Harrison present. If so, please turn on your camera, state your name. All right, Madam Clerk tells me that the plaintiff logged off. For my purposes, she's not here. Is the defendant Kelly Anderson present? Please unmute yourself and state your name.
Kelly Anderson.
All right, good afternoon to you, Ms. Anderson.
Good afternoon.
You're the defendant. This is the complaint for non-payment of rent. Did you get the information about the next court date?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, we'll see you in person on the date and time previously stated. That's September 10th. Can I have someone transfer Ms. Anderson into a breakout room? Just follow the prompt, Ms. Anderson. Have a good day. That concludes matter ending in 273.
You too.
For matter
Thank you.
ending in, thank you, you're welcome. For matter ending in 311 is the plaintiff Grafter Pringle present. Madam Clerk has indicated that the plaintiff did not check in on this case. Is the defendant Donna Keys or any occupant of 3279 Vicksburg present? Madam Clerk has indicated that the defendant failed to check in on this case. There is no proof of service in the file. Let's see, I will check the register of actions to see if a proof of service has been filed but has not made it to the court file. According to our register of actions, there has been no proof of service filed, and so the court is going to adjourn this matter one time to a different date. This matter will be adjourned to August 16th, 2024 at 1:35 p.m. and this matter will be a Zoom hearing. This will be a technical first hearing that will be conducted via Zoom. The court will mail notice. That concludes matter ending in 311. For matter ending in 320 and for matter ending in 321 is Saleh Al-Mazmari present. Please unmute yourself and state your name.
Yes.
Hello, what's your name?
Saleh Al-Masmari.
All right, good afternoon to you, Mr. Al-Smarmi. I'm
Good
sorry if I
afternoon,
messed
Your
up. All right, let's see. You're the plaintiff in these matters. For matter ending in 320 is Nikita Kennedy present. Please turn on your camera and unmute yourself and state your name.
Good afternoon. My name is Nikita Kennedy. How are you?
Good afternoon to you, Ms. Kennedy. There's no relation, at least I don't think there's any relation.
No.
All right, let's see. Mr. Smarmy, you're the plaintiff. Ms. Kennedy, you're the defendant in this complaint for non-payment of rent. Mr. Smarmy, do you have the information about the next court date?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, what about you, Ms. Kennedy?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, I do.
All right, I'll see you both down here in person on the date and time indicated. Mr. Al-Smarmy, please make sure you bring the information that I stated is necessary. I think I see a lease agreement in here. I'm just cursory review. I need the deed and the ledger as well, okay?
Okay.
All right. Can I have someone transfer Nikita Kennedy into a breakout room? Ms. Kennedy, just follow the prompt. Have a good day. That concludes the matter ending in 320.
Thank you.
You're welcome. For matter ending in 321, is Juanita Claiborne present?
Yes,
Okay, state your name for the court reporter, please.
Juanita Claiborne.
All right, Ms. Claiborne, you are the defendant. This is a complaint for non-payment of rent. Mr. Al-Smarmy, you are the Alma Smarmy.
You got it.
One more time for me, please.
Al-Masmari.
Okay, that's not hard. I don't know why I keep messing it up. All right,
You're
Mr.
okay.
Alma Smari, you are the plaintiff. Did you get the information about the next court date, Mr. Alma Smari?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, what about you, Ms. Claiborne?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, okay, I'll see you both here on the date and time indicated. Mr. Alma Smari, do you have the proof of service?
No, not yet. He didn't send me yet, but I do have the name and the phone number for the officer.
Okay, well, make sure you get in contact with him. Well, let me see if he filed them maybe, and they just haven't reached us yet. 4, 3, 5, 6. Okay, no, he hasn't filed them. So please make sure you get in contact with him, have him file the proofs of service. And if he gives you a copy, make sure you bring those copies to court with you. Okay.
Okay, Your Honor.
All right. Can I have someone transfer Ms. Juanita Claiborne into a breakout room? You can log off now, Mr. Almas Murray. Have a good day. That concludes the matter ending in 321. Have a good day, Ms. Claiborne.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. For matter ending in 841, is there anyone here for F Street Investments?
Yes, Your Honor. Joel Bornkamp here on behalf of F Street Investments, P85016.
Good afternoon to you, Attorney Bornkamp. Okay.
Afternoon.
All right. Thank you. Is there anyone here on behalf of Problem Solved Plumbing 313 LLC or any other occupant of 4267 Monterey Street?
Yes, Tassie
Yeah.
Fletcher.
Okay, I heard two people. Can you turn on your camera, ma'am? The person on the camera, say your name first, and then the person on the telephone, then you go.
Tassie Fletcher.
Okay.
Alicia Caldwell.
All right. Good afternoon to you both.
Hi.
Your defendants on the complaint to recover possession of property. Did you get the information about the next court date?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, we'll see you both down here on September 10th at 8:30 a.m. Okay, so are you occupants of 4267 Monterey? I'll start with you, Ms. Fletcher. Are you an occupant of 4267 Monterey, or are you a member of Problem Solved Plumbing LLC?
I am an occupant.
Okay, what about you, Ms. Alicia Caldwell?
The occupant as well.
Okay, so do either of you have any connection to Problem Solved Plumbing 313 LLC?
No, that was just
he was
somebody
a
who owned the
previous
house.
owner.
Yeah, he was a previous owner. We don't know them.
Okay, Attorney Bornkamp, have you served the LLC as well as the occupants of this property?
I believe that we have, Your Honor. What I'd like to do is speak with Ms. Fletcher and Ms. Caldwell. Perhaps I could give them my contact information. I think that we might be able to get this worked out, and I think I could help facilitate that. So I think it might be beneficial. Maybe we ask for an adjournment of that. I guess it's September, we've got a bit. If I could.
Yeah, it's a while away.
Ms. Fletcher and Ms. Caldwell would be agreeable to speaking with me, maybe we could get on a call and see if we can get this resolved with the board. I could act as a conduit. But I believe that we had served the LLC to answer your initial question. Sorry, but anyway.
Okay, well, just make sure you bring the proofs of service to court when you do make it down here in September, all the way in September. Because I don't have a proof of service for either the occupants or the LLC. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer Ms. Fletcher and Ms. Caldwell into a breakout room so that they can speak to an agency defense attorney. If you want to provide your information, I don't know if you want to, how do you want to facilitate this, Mr. Borncap? Or is there anyone here? Attorney Boyke, what do you have to say?
Your Honor, I apologize. I may have missed this. I believe this is a commercial property. If it is, we're not able to assist.
Okay, is this a commercial property?
No, it's a 2-family flat.
Oh.
Is it considered commercial?
I was
Okay.
that's why I didn't answer. I'm not sure, but we stay in a 2-family flat.
Okay.
It's a
Okay, that's
residential.
definitely a residential. At least I think it's a residential.
Sounds like
okay,
you
so
definitely can speak with it, or at least figure out what's going on. Yes.
okay, so did you want Mr. Borncamp to message you with his information is on the I don't know, is this your phone number on the summons, Attorney Borncamp?
I have a direct number that I could give to Ms. Boyke, and then that way she can share it with Ms. Fletcher and Ms. Caldwell. That's fine with me. I think the office number is on our summons, and I think it might be easier for them to have my direct number.
Okay.
I'm happy to
I
facilitate.
use the chat.
Yep. If you want to message that to me, sir, I can send it over to them when we speak with them.
Yes, I'll do that right now.
Perfect.
Not trying to be, condescending, but some people don't know how to use the chat. So just, all right.
Just
Your
not-
Honor, I've had to have that learning curve, so.
Okay. All right. So can I have someone transfer Ms. Fletcher and Ms. Caldwell into a breakout room? Ms. Fletcher, just follow the prompt. Ms. Caldwell, your transfer is going to be automatic because you're on the telephone. And then Attorney Borncamp, you can give your information to Attorney Boyke and we'll see how it flows from there. Okay.
And to
Okay.
clarify, Your Honor, it's okay for me to put both Ms. Caldwell and Ms. Fletcher in the same room? Is that okay?
Oh, wait. No, that's an issue. So you only filed one complaint. If this is a 2-family flat, shouldn't there be 2 complaints? Attorney Borncamp?
At the time of the filing, I'm sorry, at the time of the filing of the complaint, I don't believe that we were aware that it was a 2-person flat, and the complaint says all other occupants. So technically, I believe that we have, or I shouldn't say technically, but we have all other occupants listed. So I don't know if we need to file a separate complaint, although now that we have the known occupants, it might be beneficial to amend the complaint, file a separate complaint naming both Ms. Fletcher and Ms. Caldwell. I just wasn't sure how the court preferred it. Let's say all other occupants on a complaint.
Do you all have like Unit A, Unit B designations, Ms. Fletcher and Ms.
Yes,
Caldwell?
it's up and down. I live down and Miss Caldwell stays up.
Do you have 2 separate mailboxes?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, so it sounds like there needs to be something, because if a judgment comes, the judgment can't cover 2 different households on the same judgment and eviction writ, I don't think, so.
I do agree, and I'm glad that we had that Ms. Fletcher and Ms. Caldwell appeared, because I was unaware of that. So I think what I should do is, we have served the LLC. I think I could file an additional complaint and serve individuals at the separate address. If I do that and I can get proof of service, again, we can get this worked out. But let's say that I can get proof of service on Ms. Caldwell and Ms. Fletcher before the next hearing. Is that sufficient since it's not until September 10th, or should?
Those are answers that I don't have for you. That's above my pay grade, Attorney Borncamp. I don't work the 2nd floor. That's because the complaints come through the 2nd floor, the clerk's office, and then they, route them to the different judges. So I don't know how that will be handled.
Okay, I will work on that in the interim, and if we get closer to the September 10th date and I need to dismiss, or we can reassess. I think in the
That's
interim,
what I was thinking. I was thinking of dismissal and refiling of both. But you know, I don't know.
I'd like to continue the discussion to see if we can get this worked out before we have to dismiss and start this over. So I think what I'll likely do is continue on, give Ms. Blakey my information, and then if I need, if we get close and we're not getting anywhere, I will dismiss. I agree. Okay.
Okay. All right. So we're still on for September 10th for now. Okay. But I am noting that this is a 2-family flat with 2 separate mailboxes and a possible dismissal. I'm just putting that in my file so that I know on September 10th what's going on here. Okay. All right. That concludes this matter. Can I have the parties be transferred into a breakout room? Have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Your Honor, I will be placing them in separate breakout rooms to talk to them separately.
Yes. Okay, thank you. All right, for matter ending in 783 is the plaintiff Dorothy Pittman present. Please unmute yourself. I can send you a prompt if it's not working. Hold on. Okay, I just sent you a prompt. Still not working. Okay, let me do it again. Okay, I just sent the prompt. It should have popped up across your screen to unmute. There you are. Good afternoon. What is your name?
Dorothy Pittman, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Pittman, you're the plaintiff.
Yes.
Is Frank Galloway present? All right, Madam Clerk has indicated that the defendant did not check in. I don't have a proof of service in the file, Ms. Pittman. Let me check the register of actions to see if a proof of service has been filed. 8783. Did you hire an officer, a bailiff to serve the defendant, ma'am?
I didn't hire some, they told me to choose someone, so the papers were served.
You said it was served? How do you know it was served?
Because the person that served them came and told them that they served the papers.
Did he give you the proof of service?
No, they didn't give me proof of anything, just that it was mailed to the mailbox and took pictures and sent to me, Judge.
Okay. So this matter is going to be adjourned. I'm sorry.
I just want to inform you that he moved out.
Oh, okay. Well, we don't even need to worry about service then. If he moved out,
Thank you.
have you recovered possession of your property?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so then a dismissal order is appropriate. So I'm going to dismiss this matter without prejudice. I will prepare the dismissal order and you'll get a copy of it in the mail. Are you still on Olympia?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you'll get a copy of the dismissal order mailed to you shortly. Okay. Thank you for joining us and letting us know. All
yes,
right.
ma'am. Thank you. Pleasure.
Have a great day.
Okay, you have to do the same.
Thank you. And that concludes our docket for courtroom 433 for Friday, July 19th, 2024. It has been a very long day. Thank you to the agency attorneys who hopped on without having a lunch break. I do appreciate that. And thank you to the plaintiff's counsel, Attorney Abbott. I don't know why you're still here, but hey, if you want to stay on, that's cool with me. And thank you to my court staff. Everybody have a great weekend. Court is adjourned.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good weekend. Thank you to your staff.
Oh, who needs co-host abilities?
I would like co-host so I can hop around.
Oh, okay. You came in afterwards. I'm sorry.
Nope, I came in late. Yep.
All right. I don't see anybody else here.
I think they just put them in breakout rooms.
Okay, well, I'm about to give it back to you. Okay.